Willkommen, bienvenue, and welcome. I am just another Pokédad, and if you know where I stole my intro from, you're my kind of geek, and I say geek lovingly. Alright, so today we are going to talk about a deck I've been working on for quite a while that I retooled today because of Tord Reklevs win in the European International Championships in London this weekend. I had built a Zoroark-GX Gallisapod deck, and I liked it because I thought, like everybody, can Zoroark go in every deck? And I started putting them in everything. Anything that had Garb, I substituted Zoroark, and he pretty much works in a lot of situations. The only bad part is darkness doesn't hit much for weakness, so you're kind of a bust there. But I wanted to change up the deck a little bit. So I was playing because Zoroark-GX is all the hype in Shining Legends. Buzzwole-GX is kind of all the hype in Crimson Invasion. I had put them together. I was like, could those hype together and see what happens? And the deck is pretty good. But what I decided was I was going to modify it after I saw Tord's list on the Gallisapod deck, because it has a similar style. So I modified this so it's sort of my deck, sort of his deck. And I'm going to run it down for you. The Zoroark-GX, we're running 3 of them because trade is great. The trade ability, discard a card from your hand, draw 2 cards. That is such a great ability. And Riotous Beating for a double colorless does 20 damage times the number of Pokemon you have in play. So if you're a full bench, you're doing 120 damage. And so that's good. It's a 2-shot on most stuff. Throw on a Choice Band, 150, you're 2-shotting everything. But he's got 210 HP, so that's pretty good. Trickster GX we're not using, so don't even worry about it. Don't worry about it. Alright, so we're running 3 copies of him, and 1 copy of the Mini Zoroark for the stand-in ability, really, so you can get things out of your active. But because this is a Buzzwole deck, if you're hitting Buzzwole's big attack, you need to get them out of your active the next turn to reset that. And then, Guzma back up or whatever. But also you can clear conditions. That really helps. So Zoroark-GX, it also helps with the Mini Ninetales matchup. We're running 4 copies of Zora. But I'm running the Shining Legends version because we're only using double colorless. We're not going to use dark energy. So, but if you're having to attack with Zora, you're in trouble anyway. Mr. Mime, prevent damage down on your bench. So don't worry about little Cocos. Don't worry about the damage from Buzzwolds. Don't worry about damage from Decidueyes, or not Decidueyes, Ninetales. No bench damage from attacks, which is pretty good. So, and then we're running 4 copies of Buzzwole. He is the main attacker in this deck because Jet Punch is such a solid attack. For 1 fighting energy, you're doing 30 damage and 30 damage to their bench. That's a great attack in itself. Hitting fast and hard to 2 Pokemon, especially early game in this evolution heavy meta. But what's better is throw a Fighting Fury Belt on, that's 40 and 30. Throw Strong Energy, and that's 60 and 30. And you're knocking something out on, Vulpix or Ralts or Matang. I mean, it's just such a great attack. That's your main attack, really. Then if you get 3 energy on, you can do Knuckle Impact for 160, but because we're using strong energy, you're probably hitting it for 200. Fighting Fury Belt, that's 210. That's knocking out a lot of stuff. Golisopod. Absorption GX will be the GX you use if you get to use it. And it does 40 for each of your remaining prize cards. So it's something you want to hit early so you can hit for 200, 240, something like that. So, but you got to hit it. It's an early game GX move. We are running one copy of Regirock, just so we have a single prize, 130 HP, so he's a little out of reach of certain attacks. Unfortunately, he's weak to grass, so he's not going to get away with letting Golisopod hit him. But he's doing 110, so it's our solution again, a secondary solution to a mini Ninetales or a Hoopa. So that's why Regirock's in there, and then we're running. We're not adding a card. We're running one copy of Espeon-EX for Miraculous Shine because of the meta, the evolution heavy meta right now. Miraculous Shine de-evolving is great in conjunction with Buzzwole's attack. So you can hit things on the bench for 30 and 30. They evolve, or whatever. De-evolve them and send them to the graveyard. It's pretty good. 3 copies of Lele for Wonder Tag. We're going to run 2 Enhanced Hammers because everybody's running DCEs. 2 copies of Field Blower. 2 copies of Special Charge because we're running DCEs and fighting strong energy. So we're running more special energy than non-special, so we need a way to get it back when we get hosed. 4 Ultra Balls, 2 Acerolas, 2 Brigettes, because you really want to get your game set up quickly. You gotta, hopefully you draw a Brigette in the opening hand. If not, you got an Ultra Ball maybe, or a Lele. And you know the routine. If you have the Ultra Ball, you Ultra Ball for a Lele, for a Brigette, and then you're playing everything. But you want to play Brigette on turn 1 if you can. 4 Guzmas, because Guzma's the goose is good. 2 copies of Mallow. Mallow is, in this deck, a nice card. You need to get a few things. You put them on top of your deck, you use Zoroark's trade ability, and you draw them immediately. So it's a good way to quickly grab your Fighting Fury Belts, your Choice Band, a strong energy, set yourself up for next turn, whatever. Mallow is a good one, so we're running 2 copies. 3 Ns, 1 Ninja Boy, and the reason we're running a Ninja Boy, 1, is because you can Lele, get rid of Lele on your bench, throw Espeon out. Or if you need to, you throw a Buzzwole, for a surprise smack, or you throw, it's a surprise attack. But usually what I try and do is wait Ninja Boy into Espeon so that I can de-evolve stuff, something a little unexpected. A ninja-like attack. All right. 2 copies of Sycamore. We don't run a lot of Sycamore because we have the draw ability from the Zoroarks. 2 Choice Bands, 2 Fighting Fury Belts, which you want to put on Buzzwole. 4 Strong Energy, adding 20 to your attack. 4 DCEs, and 4 Fighting Energy. That's the deck. And we're going to play it in a pair of duels. So stick around. We'll see how it rolls. All right, here we are for the first of our duels with the Zoroark-GX Buzzwole-GX deck. And in this deck, you want to go second because you want the first attack with your Buzzwole, which we don't have in our opening hand. So that's going to be a little tough. That's the risk you run, but we will hopefully we'll have a Brigette. Luckily they've got Tapu Lele out, so I don't know what I'm playing against. Volcanion deck. All right, hopefully this will go smooth. Let's see how it rolls. Volcanion Salazzle deck. Ho-Ho. Volcanion Ho-Ho Salazzle. That's a lot. Brigette. And bring those three out. I'm going to put energy there. Not the way we want our first turn to go. I'd like to have been attacking with Buzzwole on turn 1, but sometimes you're the dog and sometimes you're the fire hydrant. Every once in a while I get this little, as you can see, the little icon with the internet, and it'll go yellow with the question mark or red with the warning, danger, Will Robinson. But I don't know if that's my end, because I feel like I have a good signal here, so I don't know if it's like here, we've lost connection, or if it's on Pokemon's end or what, and things seem to be going smooth. He's gonna Kiawe his Ho-Ho and start smacking me to crap. So now Ho-Ho just gets 180 and can't attack next turn. So what we want to do is, yes, because we're going to Guzma. And I'm going to do 120, so let's take out Salandit. I say I'm going to do 120, right now it's 100, doesn't really matter. I'm going to use trade to get rid of the Ultra Ball, see what we grab. And we'll just do the rite of speed for the 100. That's good. Nice thing is, Ho-Ho does the 180. He can get a knockout if he gets the Choice Band. So we'll see. Oh, never mind. Doesn't need a Choice Band. He gets the knockout because of Volcanion, dummy. Don't be such a dummy. So this is going to be a difficult one for us because I need to build up enough steam to knock out 190 here, so I need 3 energy to do it, and starting out slow with the wrong energy because he's going to knock out my Zoroark. I'm going to have to toss Mime, I don't mind that. He doesn't get an attack this turn unless he's Guzma's and what's he calls and does what's. Let's see, let's get ourselves a Zoroark. This one's not going to go our way quickly, I don't think. So let's trade since we're going to Sycamore anyway. Get that, but since we're going to Sycamore, we'll get that back into the deck. And throw a Registeel out so that hopefully, and then we'll Field Blower away those. And we'll put out one more Zora and be done. And hopefully we've bought ourselves a turn or two with some single prize things, so we can get Buzzwole strong enough for a knockout. Because with Volcanion, he's doing 210, and that's the magic number in this deck. Other than Buzzwole needing more, but well, that's good because now he's filled up, so he's not going to have another Volcanion. And bought us a turn at least, so that's good. Let's we'll get rid of Buzzwole at the moment. Get the other Zoroark. Not going to give up the DCE right now. Because I may need to Zoroark before, if I don't get another energy. But hopefully we'll draw something that we can get rid of. What do I put up? I guess I'm going to go with you. And I am going to trade out Buzzwole, which I don't like doing, but I'm going to do. And then I can trade out Brigette. All right. So. Let's throw one there. Yes, we're going to do this. And he's got resistance. But I'm putting him within range of being knocked out by... I can get the knockout with Zoroark if I put a Choice Band on, but I'm not going to have the Choice Band, so... but I do have that, so... that helps, provided he doesn't get enough to knock me out on this turn, but I don't think he can, which is good. So, what I'm going to do is try and get a Choice Band, but I want to Acerola and get Buzzwole back into my hand. I'm going to try this. I know I could knock him out and put him at a disadvantage because he doesn't have energy, but I think if I get lucky, I can, if I get a Choice Band, I'm going to throw this away from now. think he's playing special energy, so we're going to roll the dice on that. Nope. I rolled the dice, came up Snake Eyes. Bummer. I needed that Choice Band, and I should have played it earlier, but I always get worried about field blowing things by playing them too early. So he's going to get another knockout here, almost assuredly. And then I can take him down, and hopefully what I could do is wow, it doesn't take me down there. That's actually good news. Because what I can do is this, bring him to the active, and knock out Ho-Ho anyway with the Jet Punch. So I got another Buzzwole, so knock out my Buzzwole. We've potentially got spots. Acerolas. How many have I used? Both of them. So both are in my discard, which means I'm not getting them back, which means we're not getting out of the active with. So we're going to have to hope that we can it's good for us because we got our attack. And what I can do is I can use my GX move. Or, no, I don't even have to do that. Ooh, I like this. Okay, so I got Guzma. So what I'm going to do is going to Guzma out. Here. Let's trade and see what we can get going. Maybe we'll get something to inspire us. Nope. We'll trade. We don't need Espeon against this deck. Nothing for him to Field Blower. I'm not going to get the knockout there. So if I do 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, and 30 there, I'm just gonna take the Riotous Beating, not get the knockout, but we'll get two of them close. Because then what I could do is Jet Punch, knock. No, I don't want to do that either. Maybe Jet Punch and take him down to 160 HP, which puts him in the range of his single attack. Although he's doing 180, that's 230. So he's got a knockout with his attack on here. So that's, we want to avoid that. We want to try. He's going to Guzma, so he's going to get my Buzzwole. Oh no, he's Sycamore. All right. That's not bad for us. So, but he does have the knockout on Zoroark now with the, if he gets up there now. But I don't know how he will. He field blowers me, I'm going to field blower him. Unless he has a float, but he doesn't, which is great. So we're going to get rid of his Choice Band. We're going to go there. Oh, what to do, what to do. All right, Ninja Boy. Let's see if we have a Buzzwole left. Yep, we'll Ninja Boy into a Buzzwole. And then I'm just going to take this knockout to put us with anything we can knock out, taking a win. My hope is that he cannot, because if he knocks out Zoroark, which is fine, I can go active and I can get the knockout against him. Because I can do 160, I can do 200. So, and with that, I can do more. So, that's the game. So, well played. But taking that single prize made all the difference. So we're going to do this. Take the knockout because of resistance. I didn't factor that in. Thankfully, I threw that extra one on there. Whew. That was close, but a good game. So we'll be back for another duel here shortly. All right, we are back for another game with the Necrozma, or golly, brain, Buzzwole Zoroark deck. We're going to go second. Good, we got Buzzwole. That's exactly why we choose to go second with this deck. And we do have a couple Lele's, which are good. So if we still have Lele's at the end of this turn, oh, and it's a Bulu deck, probably Vikabulu. I feel like we have an advantage against this deck, although Bulu can hit for 210. So that's the magic number in this deck because of Zoroark-GX. We want to, what you want to do is try and focus on taking out the energy acceleration with the Vikavolt. So we'll see how that goes. But that's what Jet Punch is really good for. And then a surprise with the Espeon to roll back, especially if they rare candy into the Vikavolt. So we'll see how it goes. But we've got to hit Bulu for 220 at this point because of the Fighting Fury belt. And of course the beauty of the Tapus is that they are weak to nothing. So we just hope that it works out. Because we're not going to hit anything for weakness, although we can hit a Rangaroo for weakness. So, we got plenty of let's hit Brigette. Let's get this rolling. So what I'll not do this turn is use, like I'll leave a space so that way I can Ninja Boy into the Espeon at some point. So we want to start off, we want to start hitting Grubbins. I mean, they got 70, which is a tough number because it's 3. Have to hit it 3 times to with the Jet Punch to knock it out. So Guzma's up, Mr. Mime. It's all right. We can work with that. You know, in theory, I could Lele for, well, now it would have to be a Sycamore because I don't want to give him, I mean, granted, he's going to draw 3, but I don't want to give him more than I can, so so we're going to try and trade away a Lele at this point. We can do that so that we can retreat. And we'll throw that back on there. I'm going to hold off. I'm going to hold off on Ninja Boy or anything, just because I want to. I've got the trade right now, so I can get something in my hands. I don't want to blow a Lele quite yet, especially since I put my 3rd one in the discard. But what I can do, actually that's not bad. That's who I wanted to get up there. I was going to want a Guzma, because now if I get a double colorless, I can get the knockout on Bulu. So, although no, because he'll use his 150 there, so he can heal himself. So I don't have that knockout. But what I can do is Guzma up his Vikavolt. We're going to trade out our Ultra Ball. Good. Now we've got the stand-in, so he can Guzma stuff up. And then I'm just going to have to go for draw support. Or no, you know what? I'm going to take Acerola. I will take the Acerola so that I can get the Zoroark up into my hand again. Or possibly Buzzwole or something. Depends on how it rolls right here on what he does. If he can get out of the active, although he's got 3. So, no. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring Zoroark back. I'm going to if I used to, I could do that. Nope, I'm just gonna hold off and I'll Jet Punch. I'm going to take out both his energy accelerators. I like his Jirachi, but I'm going to have to be aware of Jirachi for the energy, because he can get rid of all my special energy. So all right. We're doing all right here. We're in decent position. I could hit him for 160 with the mini Zoroark, so I might do that. That's a possibility if I can figure out a way to get out of the active. Let's see if we can figure a way. Oh no, trade. That's the whole stand in. Figure a way to get out of the active. Stand in. All right, so what we're going to do is we are going to Ninja Boy. That gives us access to another Lele, and it gets our Espeon on the bench, which is good. We're going to stand in. And Mind Jack. He's already used his GX move. Yes, he can knock me out, but then he's going to have to sacrifice and that's where I kind of knew that was coming, but what I can do, let's see. Let's trade the Ultra Ball. Shoot. Let's use the Special Charge to get that back in. I hate giving you anything extra, but I need some new cards. What I'm actually going to do is retreat, because I can Jet Punch through. I can't hurt Jirachi, but I can get my 2 prize cards there. And then I've got the Guzma. That worked out well, actually. Down to 2 prizes. I can knock Jirachi out on the next turn. Can't I 30, 40, 50? Nope, not quite, because I don't have the Fighting Fury belt on. So there's kind of a problem with that one. But I've got the Guzma, so what I can do is probably bring up Tapu Koko, because it's got a 2 retreat cost, or Rangaroo Sim 2. Oh, nope, he's going to switch and get Jirachi out for me. That's actually okay. That's actually okay. So what I can do, well, let's see what I draw. what I really want to do is get that Fighting Fury belt onto Buzzwole. So I'll Acerola Buzzwole. I didn't think that through. I did not think that through. So yeah, mine's going to have to go up. I'm going to throw down Buzzwole. That there. Put that there. And I'm done. That was a little foolish on me. I want to take out Jirachi because, but now he's got the Fighting Fury belt on him, so I got to do 100 damage, which I can't do. So now what I really want to do is get Buzzwole enough energy to just Guzma up Lele and do a knockout. So it's going to take a few turns for that. And now he's got Vikavolt going. So let's see how we're going to play this. Because Sky High Claws is 130. He's already used this GX. I am going to put Buzzwole out, I guess. Let's throw that on him. Let's see if I give up. Let's see what we've got left in our deck, because I can grab there. You know what? I'll do that so I can Mallow, grab a couple things to put on top of my deck. So what I want is going to be a Field Blower and a Sycamore. Then I'm going to trade out energy. Take them. We're going to get rid of the 2 Fury Belts. And because now if I have to, I can de-evolve him and take that prize as an option. So we'll see what we get. If I could I could Guzma him up. I need to do 60 there, which is what I could do. So if I Guzma'd him up, I could knock him out. So I'm going to lose Buzzwole. So what I'm going to do is stand in then I'm going to trade out the N. See if we get anything here that helps. Nope. So now we'll Guzma up Vikavolt. I know I'm going to lose Buzzwole on the next turn, but I've got Sycamore, so hopefully I can get although maybe he'll Jirachi up. No? Okay. See, I would have taken the turn, although I would have probably taken the time to knock him out with Tapu Koko. But he knows Tapu Koko then will be out the next turn. So ideally, what I need to do is I need to get a Rangaroo up, or Jirachi active. Let's trade the N. Alright, so there we go. We can do that. Let's just Guzma up Jirachi and call it a day. Well played, well played. I like this deck. You got to think it through. It's not the most powerful thing, but it's got merit. I would love to hear any comments, so please be kind. But leave me your thoughts down below. If you have any ideas of what I could tweak it with, I'd be happy to listen, because I think this could be viable. Tell me what you think. I mean, the nice thing is Buzzwole hits for the right weakness against Grandpa, against the other Zoroarks that are going to be out there. The trouble is you are subject to, weakness of the same thing, against Buzzwoles, against Garbodor, so that's the tough part. But otherwise, I think this is a pretty good deck. Thank you very much for watching, and as always, remember to be kind, be safe, and be happy. Thank you for watching. I'm just another PokeDad.